What's up, Sugar Junkies? Checking in on day 113 of sugar sobriety. Welcome back to all my subscribers. To those of you new to the channel, a little bit about me. I'm Davidson, also known as ShugarJunki. I am a lifelong sugar addict, and I'm on a journey to lose about probably 70 pounds when all is said and done. I'm very close to the 50-pound mark. If you're new to my channel, you probably say, well, what's this guy talking about weight loss for? You can't really tell too much from the chest up. But trust me, from the waist down, I still got a little bit of a gut down there. But when I started this thing, I was a very big boy. I was in the morbidly obese category. Believe it or not, I'm still in the obese category according to BMI, but I do carry a lot of muscle, so, you know, I'm probably more like in the overweight category, which I'll never get out of even when I've fully lost all my weight. I'm someone who has struggled with sugar and food addiction my entire life on and off. When I was younger, I could out-exercise everything that I ate, because you know how it is when you're in your teens and your 20s. It's pretty easy, that metabolism's cranking and you can out-eat anything. As I got older, I could no longer do that, and I started to realize I had a problem. Eventually, I learned that I was addicted to sugar and carbohydrates, and that the only way for me to keep the weight off and to keep my sanity was to completely eliminate those things from my life. I've had mixed success with that over the years. I've gone as many as 4 or almost 5 years without sugar or carbs. And then I've had setbacks because I'm a human being and addiction is very, very tough. Which brings us to my most recent journey. I finally got my stuff together back in January, which is when I began the channel. I actually started this channel before I started losing weight. It took me a few attempts to actually kick sugar. I have found what works for me is to completely cut sugar and almost all carbohydrates, less than 50, preferably less than 25 grams a day. Completely out of my diet. It's the only thing that works for me, and I found that when I get to the 3-week mark, all of my withdrawal symptoms, all of my cravings go away. That being said, the temptation to eat that stuff never goes away. The chemical addiction component goes away, but this, it's always up in here. You always have that lizard brain telling you, just try that stuff. This isn't worth it. Go back to eating sugar. You know you want it. I know there's a lot of people like this. I know that a lot of people don't want to admit that they're like this. It's a very difficult thing to deal with. But that's been my journey so far. And as you can see, I've had pretty good success. We're going to find out how much I'm down in total. It's been almost 4 months now. So let's go to the scale and the gym. We'll do some side-by-side comparisons. Then we'll come back here and you can have a look at what my this big old head looked like 3 months ago. Spoiler alert, even more massive.
Weigh in day 113.
What's up, guys? Checking in at the gym. It is now day 113 of sugar sobriety. And, you know, we've just been chugging right along. Same old, same old. I got 2 more pounds off me this week, another ½ inch off my waist. So now we're down to 206.2. I am 2.2 pounds away from 50 pounds. And then we can have a little bit of fun. I can't wait for the 50-pound video. I think that you guys are really going to enjoy it. As you can see, front view, side view. I really have lost just about all of my waist. Nothing really sticks out now. I think I officially have a dad bod. So, you know, I can live with this, but we're gonna keep pushing and we're gonna see how far we can get. I have had a lot going on in the last week. So I've been dealing with a really nasty tendonitis in my left arm here, right in my elbow. And it's to the point where it really affects my workouts. I've been pushing through them, but boy, oh boy, it's been tender. But you know, I'll get through it. I've been through worse. This is one of the great things you have to look forward to when you get older. If I was in my 20s, I wouldn't have little nagging injuries like this, but it seems like in my 40s, mid 40s, this is soon to be late 40s, I guess. This is just something that's par for the course and you just have to deal with on a daily basis. Navy SEAL burpees. How did we do? Did we reach our max this week? Let's take a look. Kill me. Ooh.
Yes, sir. Success. Took another step to that count. Great job. Same time, same place. See you tomorrow. Like I always say.
Okay. What's up, guys? 38. I didn't think there was any way I'd get to 30 when I started this. Maybe I can get 40. We'll see. Whew. Let me just say this. Try this program. You won't get 50. You might. You might not. You might get 20, you might get 10. See how many you can do. If you try, you push yourself, and you let majors motivate you a little bit, you'll get further than you thought. I can't recommend this little program enough. It's excellent. And like I always say, majors is like the best motivator I've found on YouTube. He's awesome. Okay. Might not be any more videos for a while because I'm gonna be wheelchair bound. But 38. And Val's ab challenge went great. I'm happy to report I didn't have any major cramping or collapses this week, which is good. You know, forcing myself right along and trying to squeeze in my regular workouts on top of everything else. Skipping has been on and off. I haven't done it every day. Those burpees are taking a lot out of me. To be honest, I'm gonna be, no offense majors, you're pushing me hard, man. I'm gonna be happy when this month is over. But like I said, he really does a good job of getting you out of your comfort zone, which is fantastic. So that's it from the gym today, guys. You know, I'm pretty happy with my progress. I think everything's going fantastically. We'll send it back to the office and do a side-by-side of the old noggin. So 48 pounds lost. We're so close to the 50-pound mark. Feels good. I think if I really push, I can get under this week. I want to get under so that I can do my 50-pound thing. I'm excited to do it. And also, another ½ inch on the waist. This has been a very weird journey. I bet if I go back, the first few weeks, maybe I lost more because I had water weight in there, and you can really, with all the bloating and everything, you lose quite a bit of weight and size on your waist. But I think after the first month, it's been like clockwork, even when I was plateauing. ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch off my waist every week. I'll have to go back and plot it. I'll put some kind of graphic up there. It's pretty crazy. That has been very, very consistent. So when I think about that, and I think about getting upset about my plateau, and I think about everyone else getting upset about plateaus and getting upset with a scale, I can't stress enough. Get yourself a measuring tape and keep track of your measurements, especially your waist, because this is going to tell the story. Is your waist getting smaller but you haven't lost weight on the scale? Then who cares about the scale? Your clothes are going to fit nicer, you're going to look nicer. No one's going to look at you if your waist is a ½ inch smaller and say, oh, I bet they didn't lose any weight. You know what I mean? It's the proof is in the pudding. They call them non-scale victories for a reason. Like, the scale doesn't matter as much as you think. Water weight, muscle, those are always going to change. and they're going to vary depending on what you're doing. So as you can see, guys, that's a pretty good week, all things considered. Now let me tell you about my week. This has been going on for about 4 months, actually, but I have tendonitis in this left elbow that has just gotten to be excruciating. And trying to see a doctor up here in the good old Canadian medical system during a COVID pandemic for something like a little bit of tendonitis in your arm, forget about it. It's not going to happen. And by the way, I'm a dentist, I'm a lefty. This is my working arm, so, you know, I'm trying to create art and save the world one tooth at a time. And when you have an injury to your moneymaker, it's pretty difficult. So I've been dealing with that. I've been very busy on the home front, so this is why I didn't get 2 videos out this week. I got more content coming up. So if you like my stuff, then you'll be happy to know. I got lots of stuff coming down the pike, and I know I've mentioned it a few times, but I'm really excited to get the 50-pound special out to you guys because I think it's going to be pretty entertaining. Time for a quick visit with our buddy Fathead. As you can see, his head was about twice the size as this already large melon, and a lot of neck and chin. That visor, probably didn't know this, but I actually had to shop. Have you heard of a Big and Tall store? Yeah. Well, they also have exceptionally large head stores. They try not to talk about them. It's like an unmentionable thing. It's an embarrassment. But that's where I had to shop for all my headwear.
Specially made hats for gigantic heads.
Now I can just fit into human hats, which is good enough for me. People talk about non-scale victories. Hats that fit. Human hats. Now, a little caveat for you guys, a little warning, if you will. We got some big holidays coming up, and I love to be the no fun police for you guys, because someone's got to do it. Plus, I'm a dentist, and I can tell you to stay away from sugar without getting in too much trouble. It's sort of my job. In Canada, we have this little holiday, and we call it the May 2-4 weekend because it usually surrounds the 24th of May, somewhere in that general vicinity. It's actually Victoria Day. We celebrate an old queen's birthday. She must have been a fantastic queen. I don't know a lot about her. But anyways, because Canada was part of the dominion of jolly old England for many years, we celebrate Victoria Day, which is basically like Memorial Day, but a week early. We do all the same stuff as you guys. We do have barbecue technology up here. So usually that's what happens. So between this Monday and next Monday, we got a couple holiday weekends in Canada and the US. So what are you guys going to do? You can maybe, depending what your COVID restrictions are right now. I know I'm not going anywhere. But for those of you that are, you're going to a barbecue. Maybe you're socializing. You're going to be out. You might be drinking. Focus on this. Focus on not binging and not destroying your diet. The great thing about barbecue season, it's a lot of fun. There's lots of great food. But most of the stuff that you put on a barbecue is absolutely keto friendly and fine. There's no sugar and carbs in meat, okay? Unless they're slapping on a really, really sweet barbecue sauce, you're probably going to be okay. Barbecue sauce will have some carbs in it, but by the time you cook this stuff, I think you're going to be all right. Watch out for breaded stuff and that kind of thing. If you're going to have hot dogs, hamburgers, anything like that, you know what? Enjoy it. Have a good time. Just ditch the bun. That's all you got to do. Don't put a little side of chips on there. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. As far as alcohol, I'm going to leave that one up to you. Alcohol has quite a bit of carbs in it in the first place. I'm not a big drinker anyway, so I don't have to worry. But if I do ever drink, that's when my judgment goes out the window. And that's when most people's judgment goes out the window. So if you're going to drink, be warned, you're way more likely to falter on your diet or eat something bad. So if you can avoid the alcohol, it's probably a good idea. But again, I don't want to completely spoil your holidays. Have fun, but try to do so responsibly in a way that you're not going to crush your diet and feel terrible the days after the holidays. Because why? What's the point of enjoying yourself if you're going to beat yourself up about it 1, 2, 3 days later? So in closing, I want you guys to have great holidays, but do not binge. Stay away from the bread, stay away from the sugar and carbs, and you can have a great time. Barbecue season is your friend. It really is. I live off the barbecue in the summer. There's just so many great keto-friendly options. I'll get a rotisserie chicken recipe out pretty soon, I attempted it like a month and a half ago, and it was a total disaster. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. But I do, believe it or not, when my game is on, I can make a pretty mean rotisserie chicken. So I'm going to get that out for you because it is a great snack. And I even whipped up my own sauce, which is completely carb free. So I'm going to get that out to you probably sometime in the next few weeks. My challenge for you this week is to try a new recipe. I want you to go online. I want you to use the magic Google machine and find a nice keto recipe that you've never tried before and try it. If you just stick with, I'm going to eat some meat, I'm going to eat some cheese, I'm going to eat some eggs, you're going to get bored. I mean, maybe. I don't get bored. I'm a very plain eater sometimes. And once I get in kind of a zone of eating, I can eat the same thing for a very long time. But if you have some variety in your diet, it's going to be a lot more fun to stick to it. There's so many great keto-friendly options. So get out there, find a great keto recipe, give it a try, and then tell me what you made and found in the comments below. I want to find some new keto recipes, and I'm too lazy to do all that Googling. So if you guys each do one keto recipe, boom, we all have a whole bunch of new keto recipes. How's that sound? So that's it for this week, guys. Another week in the books. Everything's going great. We're almost at that massive 50-pound goal. I think with a little bit of luck, we can hit it this week. Let's hope. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and hit that bell. I would love to have you guys subscribe and follow me on my journey. I would be grateful. I hope that you find what I do entertaining and maybe a little bit educational. And we will see you soon. Remember, guys, life is so much sweeter without sugar.